Hello, everyone, and welcome to Coach McNally Stadium. Today we have a good one for you. Springford Rams are going against the PV Vikings. I'm Max Andes here with Johnny's Wizlak. Johnny, what do you have about the PV Vikings?
So for Perk Valley last year, they were coming off of a bit of a rebuilding year after their dominance of winning the pack in 2018. And in 2017, they were able to go to the state championships, and their last game, they're coming off of a huge tie against Upper Perk, the team that beat Springford 1-0. So they're looking to really make some damage tonight and try and take control from Springford in the pack playoffs, in the pack race. Sorry.
And for Springford, coming off a 3-0 victory over Pottsgrove, what do you have about them?
Springford, like you said, they have that huge victory. Justin Russell was able to score two. Ryan Miller was able to score one. That was a really big win for them after coming off of a tough tie against Methacton, where they had a ton of shots. I think 14 shots in that game. Just weren't able to capitalize on some of the opportunities. But that was a big win against Pottsgrove, and hopefully they'll be able to carry that momentum into this game.
Hopefully.
Springford, they're 3-1-1 this year. It's just they have the control of the pack right now, tied with Upper Perk. A loss here tonight for them is really, really hurtful in their chances of winning the pack this year because it's only by record. There's no playoffs, so they really need to focus and try and get this win tonight. Last year, like I said earlier, PV just wasn't. It was kind of a rebuilding year. They were 7-8-3, so not even a winning record, but they can make some damage here. They got Stephen Warren and Matt Holmes who are looking to make some damage tonight.
And PV kicks it off. Ball play down.
Off ahead there.
Springford with the ball. Into Tommy Bodenschatz, who plays it back. Over to Matt Dunn. Ball out. Looks like it's going to be a Springford throw.
Perk Valley, they're a really defensive team. They try to wear you down on the defensive side. Really don't try and score that often. So Springford here, talking to Coach Kissel before the game, said that he really wants to try and go high-powered offense, try and score early on this Perk Valley defense.
It's foul there. It's going to be a PV kick.
Carnelius tried to get away with that one, wasn't able to.
Looks like Steve Warren is going to take this one. Played in. Off of Matt Dunn.
Good play there.
PV with the shot. Not really a good shot, though.
It was a turnover by Dunn there. Springford made a nice play down in the corner, got it to Dunn. He unfortunately turned that ball over. Luckily, no harm came out of it.
James Needles is going to get ready to take the goal kick. The kick is up. Steve Warren wins the head ball in the middle. Falls a Merchant. Justin Russell tried to get a pass through. Didn't go through. Ball over the top for PV. Cross in. It's going to be a handball on Brian Zist right outside the box.
He was not happy with that call there.
Owen Slack is going to take the free kick for PV. Cross in. Cleared out by Springford.
Good defense there. Not really giving PV any lane there.
Now it's going to be a PV throw. Cleared out by Shalok Shah. Now Springford throw in. Shaw kicks it up to Bodenschatz, who plays it back to Merchant. Now cleared down the field to James Needles, who then quickly plays it out to Matt Dunn. Matt Dunn has it again.
Springford's really having a tough time just getting it out of their zone, and even when they get it up to midfield, it just comes right back. They really got to get it out of their zone and try and get some offensive pressure here.
Yeah, on the contrary, it looks like PV is playing high press, not letting them get many passes off. Trevor Jones with the ball. Plays it into Bodenschatz, who then plays it out wide. Back to Bodenschatz. Gets that taken away. Merchant with the ball. Now Lynch, who finds the player in the middle. To Justin Russell. Who kind of scuffed the shot there. It looks like it might have been blocked, but it goes to the PV goalkeeper.
And Colton Pollock and Justin Russell tried to do a little give and go there, but when Justin Russell tried to get it back to him, it was blocked, and then it was just kind of a flub play from there.
Ball out for a Springford throw-in. Shaw plays it in. It's going to be a foul on PV at about the 50-yard line.
Just played the body a little too hard there, just tripped Tommy Bodenschatz from behind.
Looks like Jones is going to take this free kick. Plays it into the box to Connor Lynch, who plays it back to Andrew Merchant.
Oh, what a play! Justin Russell with just a touch pass there through the PV defender's legs. Wow. He megged him.
Good pass by Justin there, where it got deflected for a corner. Corner taken. Went by everyone, just kind of missed the box. Andrew Merchant got it. Ooh. Could not find Connor Lynch on the side. PV throw in. They take it quick. Ethan Witkowski with the ball. Plays it back to Steve Warren. Ball into Bodenschatz. Plays it back. Merchant. Back to Bodenschatz, who plays it all the way back to Jones, who gives it back to Bodenschatz.
Pollock tried to show off the speed there, but ball was going a little too fast for him, just went out of bounds.
Yeah, it looks like Bodenschatz overhit it a little bit. Now it's going to be a goal kick for Michael Renner, the PV goalkeeper. Plays it into the middle. Merchant unable to win the head ball.
Good steal.
Scuffed clearance by Jones. Almost gave the PV a good opportunity to get a good shot off. Steve Warren plays it in. Back to him. One little give and go action. Steve Warren still with the ball. Tried to play it over the top. It's cleared out by Jones.
Good catch by Echoaso Manning on the sideline there.
Connor Lynch with the ball in the middle of the field. Overtaken by Luke Hansen. Matt Dunn with the ball. Trevor Jones to Schloke. PV throw-in. Ball is bouncing around in the middle of the field. Bowden shots. Merchant with the ball now. Finds Pollock. Bowden shots now with the ball in the middle of the field. PV finds a way to steal the ball. Oh.
With a little bit of a collision there at midfield.
It's going to be a foul on Tommy Bowden-Schatz.
You like to see the aggression, though. Shows that he really wants to help his team win the game.
That's what you want in a player. Steve Warren's going to take the free kick. Ball in. Schloke Shaw able to clear it to Colton Pollock. Andrew Merchant over the top to Tommy Bowden-Schatz. Schloke Shaw was a great pass to Tommy Bowden-Schatz.
What a pass. Oh.
The PV defender made a great tackle to get the ball back.
Bowden-Schatz also had some sick moves on the sideline, but like you said, the PV defender was ready and made a nice play.
Justin Russell puts the ball in the air. Cleared by Steve Warren. Schloke Shaw on the left side of the field. Plays it into Tommy. Steve Warren there to clean that up. Matt Dunn with the ball. Merchant now with the ball. Plays it to Jones. Tries a ball through to Schloke Shaw. Takes it around the defender into the box.
Oh.
Crosses it in, but it's cleared for a Springford corner kick.
This is a great play by Schloke, able to use his speed to get around the defender and almost got a pass there in the middle.
PV had to make a good save there to keep the ball away from the net.
These corners are huge here for both teams whenever they get them. Springford wasn't able to capitalize on some of their opportunities in Methacton.
The cross in was cleared out for another corner.
He headed that through the field goal post.
Cross in, back in the box. Justin Russell unable to get to it. It's going to be a PV throw in.
First one was just a little short, didn't really have enough on it. And then the next one, he just put a little bit too much oomph into it, and it just sailed over everyone's heads.
PV throw in. Cleared away by Zist. Oh. It's going to be a foul on Brian Zist on the throw in.
Once again, he's not really happy with that call, talking with the ref as he walks up the sideline.
Steve Warren once again taking the free kick.
He's got a boot.
Big kick. Oh, Brian Zist heads it back to James Needles. James Needles, the junior, is going to punt it. Big punt to the middle of the field. It's going to be cleared away by the PV goalkeeper. Ball played up. Springford hasn't really been able to connect any passes. Every pass they try to get into the middle, PV is just right there to clean that up and just clear it down the field.
Yeah, like you said, just PV really came ready to play and just are really anticipating every pass that Springford's making. You know, even when they get down low, they're anticipating the shot or the pass to the middle and are right there to make the defensive play. You can see it's really starting to frustrate some of these Springford players. You know, they're starting to use the body a little bit more, get more aggressive.
Steve Warren plays the ball in. Matt Dunn clears it to Justin Russell, who plays it to Connor Lynch. Steve Warren, like we just said, he's right there to clean that up.
It's a great play by Steve Warren.
He's going to drive it past to Springford into his own corner. It's going to be a foul right outside the box.
Steve Warren really forced Sloke Shaw to kind of have to make that play there. He was going to get around it with that speed that he was coming in at.
Owen Schlack's going to take the free kick right outside the box. Ball in.
Oh.
Matt Dunn cleared it, and it hit the field goal post.
That one came in a little low there. Seemed like it caught some Springford players off guard, but Dunn was ready.
James Needles getting ready to take the goal kick. Plays the ball into the middle of the field again. Bodenstadt's looking to find Justin Russell. Cleared out by the PV goalie. Free kick taken quickly. Good takeaway there by Shaw. PV able to keep it. Just a miss hit out for a Springford throw-in. Justin Russell unable to give it back to the player. It's going to be a PV throw-in.
Just wasn't able to handle that one. Came up a little high on him, bounced off the chest, and wasn't able to keep it in bounds.
Ethan Witkowski throws it into the box. Owen Slack with the ball, dribbling. Shot blocked there by Matt Dunn. Merchant there to clean that up. Owen Slack plays it back to Luke Hansen. Plays it back. Merchant. Owen Slack there. Long shot out. Blocked by Matt Dunn.
It's a good block there by Matt Dunn. Was anticipating the shot, was able to turn around and take it with the back.
Andrew Merchant looks up to Ben Goldberg. Bodenschatz with the ball in the middle of the field. Plays it through for Justin Russell.
Ooh.
PV goalkeeper Michael Renner there, able to clean that up before Justin Russell can get to it.
It's a nice play by Renner there to just come out of his goal really quick and just scoop that one up, because Russell has eyes in the headlights there, ready to score a goal there.
There's Steve Warren again. Just keeps cleaning up the misplaced passes by Springford. Matt Dunn. Good turn there. Justin Russell with the ball on the side of the field. Plays it back into the middle. Andrew Merchant now. Bodenschatz missed the ball there. It's going to be a PV throw-in now on the left side of the field.
And we're 20 minutes through the game right now. Max, what have you seen so far from both teams?
Springford hasn't really been able to connect any passes, and whenever they do misplace a pass, Steve Warren is there to just clean it up, and PV just playing high pressure. Springford's not able to control it.
Yeah, one player you mentioned, Steve Warren, he really has been all over the place for Perkiomen Valley, just anticipating every pass, and every free kick he gets, he clears it completely to the other side. And like you said, Springford just really hasn't been able to handle this high pressure defense from Perk Valley.
Gonna be a long throw in there into the box. Owen Slack brings it down. James Needles there collects the ball. Needles waiting for the team to get up the field. Big kick up. Bounces over Bodenschatz. Justin Russell able to bring it down. Loses the ball. Gonna be kicked out by number 23 of PV for a Springford throw-in. Brian Zisk with the throw. Owen Slack with the ball. Cleared by Matt Dunn. To Tommy Bodenschatz.
Good move. Again.
Plays out to unable to connect the pass there.
Ben Goldberg was able to make two very nice sidestep moves to get into the Perk Valley zone. Tried to pass it to the outside with a little give and go. Just wasn't there.
PV throw-in now, near the edge of the corner. Long throw there by Hansen. Ben Goldberg now with the ball. Dribbles through.
Oh.
Dribble past one defender, unable to get past the goalie though.
Once again, you just see that speed of Ben Goldberg. You saw it a little bit ago, and then you saw it right there. You're just able to do a little stutter move and then get right by the defender.
Went off of Shlok Shaw, so now it's going to be a PV throw-in. Luke Hansen throws it in. Flicked on.
Ooh.
Came off the PV player when Jones was trying to clear it. So now it's going to be a Springford throw.
Took that one a little high there. Seems alright though. Ooh.
Foul from behind. It's going to be a PV kick at about the 20-yard line. Now, like you said before, it just seems that the Springford players are getting frustrated with the high-pressured PV defense.
Yeah, it just you can really tell by like how fast they're moving and how much they're using the body. It's just even after some of the calls, even though they are the right calls, they're still getting angry at the ref, taking their anger out on the referees. So you can just really tell that they're having a hard time with this high defensive unit of Perk Valley.
Needles punts it into the center circle. It's going to be a foul on PV. Looks like Merchant's going to take it. Oh, no, never mind. Trevor Jones is going to take it. Jones plays it in. Cleared out by Steve Warren again.
He's able to jump higher than everyone there. Able to just head it out of the harm's way.
There's Ben Goldberg. Oh, excuse me. Akshay. It's going to be a PV throw in. Looked like it went off Akshay. Connor Lynch brings it down the middle of the field. Finds Justin Russell, who splits two defenders. Unable to find Tommy Bodenschatz there. PV throw-in off of Shlok Shah there. Owen Slack dribbling. Cleared out by Trevor Jones. Connor Lynch plays it up to Tommy Bodenschatz, who's met by Steve Warren. James Needles collected the ball. Motioning the team up the field. Looks like he's going to do a big punt. Brought down by Goldberg, who plays it to Merchant. Owen Slack stole that. Ben Goldberg takes it right back. Bodenschatz. Merchant plays it up, looking for Ben Goldberg. Trevor Jones tried to clear it. It was blocked by the PV player. There's Bodenschatz. Plays it down the line to Brian Zisk, but it's cleared by PV for a Springford throw.
Once again, we just see the PV defense ready for that pass that's coming. It's almost like they know where the ball's going before the Springford players do.
Brian Ziss throws it into Justin Russell. Bodenschatz to Merchant. Plays it to Jones. Then over to Shaw. Foul on PV. Actually, Patel looked like he got fouled there. Andrew Merchant's going to take the free kick from about the 25-yard line. Merchant. Ball into the box.
Oh!
Comes off the crossbar. And cleared by PV.
Oh, man. Just a shot right there. Just a tad high off the crossbar. You really hate to see that because you really want to capitalize on some of those opportunities that you get.
And once again, it was Steve Warren there who was able to somehow deflect that off the bar.
He's all over the place, isn't he?
Yeah, he's fast. He's got a lot of energy. Brian Zist dribbled past two defenders there, only for it to get deflected back to the PV goalie. Punts it up. Matt Dunn. Owen Slack plays it down the line. Good move there by number 17.
Springford's got to get this ball out here.
Once again, that high press of PV making making it difficult for Springford to connect those passes.
Also a nice move along the sideline there with that PV player, able to fake out Dunn, make him think he was going to keep going, but did a little side pass, and Dunn just didn't see it coming.
Patel tried to head that forward, only for it to get cleared by the PV goalkeeper. Zist into the middle to Goldberg. He brings it down. Plays it down the line to Pollock. Crosses it in.
Oh!
Patel unable to get on the end of that cross. Good cross in by Colton Pollock.
Oh! Oh!
Connor Lynch, his shot went just over the bar.
Back-to-back insane opportunities for Springford there. Colton Pollock was able to get the corner there, cross it to the middle, and Patel tried to like slide kick it in, just missed it a little bit, and then Connor Lynch had a point-blank opportunity to shoot it from about the 20-yard line. Just shot it a little high right there. Wow.
Two great opportunities for a goal.
You really like to see that if you're Springford, especially how slow you started off originally on offense.
They're finally able to connect passes. And that's what happens when they do connect passes. Tommy Bodenschatz there, chasing after the ball, cleared out by the goalkeeper. Connor Lynch to Jones, who plays it back to Matt Dunn. Gives it to Nick Donetta. Connor Lynch. Trevor Jones fakes out to the defender. Connor Lynch unable to control that one. Matt Dunn now with the ball. Nick Donetta. Tommy Boy in chats. Connor Lynch. Schloke Shaw playing it. Connor Lynch on the wing. Crosses it in. Cleared out by PV. It's Owen Slack who kicks it up the field. Trevor Jones now with the ball. We have PV throwing. Connor Lynch brings it down to Schloke Shaw. Plays it up. Once again, cleared out by the PV goalkeeper. Steve Warren there again, just being able to take it away from Springford.
He's just so fast.
Colton Pollock. Trying to
Whoa.
get it over the top. Owen Slack fell on the ball there. Ball played up. Shot taken there.
Just great overall hustle there by Brian Zisk, I believe. Just able to sprint around all over, able to save that ball from going out of bounds. When he saved it, was able to sprint back to that Perk Valley player and force him to make a bad shot.
Really good hustle there. James Needles takes the free kick. Owen Slack there. Connor Lynch thought he got the ball there. Ref called a foul on him.
Ram Faithful did not like that call there. It was a good attempt by Lynch there, though.
Springford showing a lot more hustle and effort now. That the game is still in the first half and it's still 0-0 for this high-powered offense. Ball crossed in.
Just really unfortunate there for Springford, you know.
Yeah.
They were able to get it up over the defense, and then the Perk Valley player was sitting there waiting for a one-on-one there with Needles. Nothing really much there Needles could do. Kind of hard to save those shots there.
Goal for Owen Slack. I think.
You know, for Springford, that's just really not what you wanted to see because, I mean, you had just started to get some offensive pressure. You just started to get some momentum. It really started to look up, and then that happens. Just really tough to see. Just got to try and bounce back here. Oh, a little bit of a collision there at midfield.
Especially right at the end of the half. It's not what you want going in halftime.
And you got 3:16 left. You might want to try and score quick here, as Danetta and the referee have a disagreement on that foul call.
Two refs talking it over. It's going to be a Springford free kick.
And originally that was called on Springford, but the other ref that from the other side was able to come over and correct the call.
Trevor Jones going to take the free kick at the 44-yard line. Ball into the box. It's going to be a foul on Springford inside the box.
Yeah, I was just wondering if you could ask the girls at the table if that actually was number 10 that scored.
It was a good ball there by Trevor Jones. He was able to get it deep, and then almost kind of headed it and off the back into the net. Just went out of bounds.
Goal kick
All
up.
right, I'll correct it at halftime. Thank you.
Owen slack there. Fouled by Connor Lynch.
Carlin's just trying to talk that over, see what he did wrong. He's going to receive a yellow card, it seems like. He's going to have to step out for the rest of the half.
Andrew Merchant coming on for him.
Yellow card on number 13, Connor Lynch.
.232 left. You know, if you're Springford, you really want to try and get this ball out of your zone quick and just really try and put some pressure on Perk Valley. Even if you aren't able to score, you want to get some momentum heading into that second half, especially after giving up a late goal.
Yeah, going down 1-0 at the end of the half is definitely not ideal. This PV has another great chance there.
I was about to say, if 1-0 isn't ideal, then I definitely know that 2-0 isn't ideal late in the first half.
James Needles takes the goal kick quick. PV has the ball. Matt Dunn just clearing that away to Ryan Miller. Tried playing it out wide to Colton Pollock. Foul on Ben Goldberg there. It's going to be a PV free kick. Ball played in. Steve Warren. All that energy he has. It's so tough for Springford, who's seems down right now.
It's really hard to match his intensity that he plays with. He runs so fast, he jumps high, and he just really uses the body well. It's just really hard for Springford to match him.
Luke Hansen going to throw the ball in. Owen Slack, who clears it over the fence.
Ball goes out of the stadium there.
James Needles going to take the free kick with 30 seconds left. Akshay Patel, good pass there into the space, but no one there to go get it. Punted up by Michael Renner. A foul in the center circle by Andrew Merchant. PV played quick. And that is halftime here at Coach McNally Stadium. Springford Rams 0, Perk Valley Vikings 1.
We'll see you for the second half.
Home fire drills give your family a plan of action. In a home fire, you may have less than 2 minutes to get out. So when you drill, show everyone 2 ways out of the house, pick a safe meeting spot, and get there in under 2 minutes. Then practice home fire drills at least twice a year. You can even make them fun. So everyone knows the sound and exactly what to do when they hear a smoke alarm. Go to ready.gov/fire drill and learn how to prepare your family for home fires.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Coach McNally Stadium for second half action of the Springford Rams versus the PV Vikings. PV is up 1-0 right now. Johnny, what did you see at half?
You know, in that first half, we saw that, like we talked about in the before, that high-powered defensive team of Perk Valley. You know, they pressed a lot on Springford, made it hard for Springford to pass, and then they were able to capitalize on an opportunity that they were able to get it past that Springford defense, have a one-on-one and score. You know, which was really tough for Springford because they really seemed that they were starting to break through that Perkiomen defense, but just weren't able to capitalize on some opportunities.
Yeah, tough first half for Springford as they got the kickoff here to begin the second half. Oh, and Slack has the ball. Playing it down the left side. Bad clearance by Ziss. Oh, and Slack. James Needles collected that. Big pun up there. Ball over the top there. Good effort by Matt Dunn to clear that out before anyone could do any real harm there.
Yeah, really showed off his speed there. Was able to close off the gap before the Perk Valley player was able to do any damage or get a shot off.
Definitely not the start to a half Coach Kissel was looking for.
Yeah, you know, they've been in their defensive side for almost the entire start of this second half here. Let's see if they can change that around after stopping this corner.
Corner was cleared out. Foul there.
I think they might have called that on Matt Holmes there.
Yep, that's what it looks like. Trevor Jones gonna take this free kick.
Good header.
Steve Warren clears it. Shalok Shah plays it to Ben Goldberg. Finds. There's Steve Warren again.
That ball's going to go out of bounds off of Colton Pollock. Tried to get out of the way there, but Warren just kicked it out right off his foot. Good header there by Merchant.
Colton Pollock now. Tried to turn.
Tried to give him the good old spinorama there. Just lost the ball.
Matt Dunn. Advantage is played there. There was a foul on Trevor Jones, but he still had the ball.
It was a really nice job there by Trevor Jones, able to play through that contact. Almost grabbed him and pulled him back, but was able to keep going. Almost got through the entire Perk Valley defense.
Throwing for Springford there. Foul there on Connor Lynch right outside the box.
Once again, the Ram faithful are not very happy with some of these calls that these referees have made tonight.
I think that just shows the frustration of the players and the fans. Just how this team is playing.
Yeah, you can really tell that the Ram faithful really want to win this game because they know how important it is. That shot, James Needle was able to swallow it up.
Matt Dunn. James Needles. Colton Pollock drives past two defenders there. Ball played through. No one was there to receive it on the other end.
Once again, Springford is just not able to connect on some of these passes. I mean, that one really wasn't as much Perk Valley. That was just a Springford mishap there. He just kicked it a little bit too far for Bowden Chats.
Maybe a handball on Perk Valley there. Trevor Jones takes the free kick again. Good kick in. Physical matchup there. Goes out for a Perk Valley throw. No one in the middle of the field there for Springford. Trevor Jones with the clearance. There's Steve Warren again, just taking the ball from Tommy and then drawing the foul.
And he really just stole that one from Bowden Chats, and then Bowden Chats tried to get back around him, but fouled him in the process. Really showing the frustration on Bowden Chats with that play there. You know, he lost the ball. He was angry with himself. Tried to get back around. Maybe use the hands a little bit.
Also shows the impact that Steve Warren has, just cleaning everything up. Just like in the first half, Springford's unable to connect any passes.
Which is really uncharacteristic of this Springford team, which I think goes to show how well this Perk Valley defense has planned against this high-powered Springford offense.
You know, we talked to Coach Kissel before the game. He always said that PV always had a defensive team and wasn't lying for this team.
Yeah, he wasn't lying at all. I mean, like you said when we talked to him before, he really stressed the fact that PV goes defense heavy, especially when they get that first goal. They really start to lie back. You know, they don't keep pouncing on you. They want you to come to them because they know that they can take whatever offense you throw at them.
There was a foul there right outside the box. Andrew Merchant gonna take the free kick.
Nice kick.
Ball played into Lynch.
It was a nice kick there by Merchant, but he really just went through everyone.
No one got a touch on it, and it went out for a goal kick. Ball just played through. James Needles almost lost it. Waited for it to come into the box so he could pick it up.
It was a really close play there, almost to the very last millisecond there. Was able to pick it up just in time.
It'd be a foul on PV. Springford free kick. Trevor Jones gonna take the free kick at the 45-yard line. Big kick in.
So really good kick there by Jones, able to get it deep into the Perk Valley zone. Just Michael Renner was able to come up with that ball.
There's Steve Warren, like we've talked about, dribbling through the whole team. Trevor Jones with the interception there. Justin Russell there showing his speed. Able to keep up with the ball. Puts a cross in. Opportunity for PV, and Owen Love there soars it over the bar.
Wow. I mean, that was really dangerous there for Springford. I mean, he was point blank right on Needles and just sailed it right over the goalpost.
They're gonna say it's a deflection for a PV corner.
I did not see that get deflected, but from up here, we might have missed it.
I don't think the Springford fans saw it get deflected either. Not sure what's going on here.
Still talking it over down there.
Not sure who they were talking to.
I have a feeling it was someone on the Springford side, 'cause they were not happy with that call.
The corner went over everyone for another cross in. Cleared out. Luke Hansen there, the last resort to clear that out so Springford doesn't get any other.
Now you're, oh, get there. Now you're in.
Justin Russell,
Take him on.
Colton Pollock. Good tackle there by the defender.
What a great play right there. I mean, Colton Pollock had the lead, had the speed, but the defender was able to come up and make a huge slide tackle there. This is a big corner here.
Who's that going off? Is that 11 or 16?
Springford has the corner. Played in and deflected off a PV player for another corner.
Once again, you know, Perk Valley is able to anticipate that pass is coming right through. There were two of them, and there were no Springford players there.
Another cross in. Steve Warren clears it.
Once again, you can see that Steve Warren can just jump over everyone. I mean, Trevor Jones tried to get to that one, but Warren was able to jump over him, head that out of harm's way.
Springford wins the ball off the goal kick from PV.
Good stop there.
PV just not letting Springford make any passes.
Now connects. That's the passing on the board.
Once again, you just see Springford not able to connect on a pass like that. Either that was miscommunication or just passed it a little bit too far out in front. PV was able to intercept it. This is just a really uncharacteristic type of game from Springford here. Just really sloppy overall.
They're committing a lot of fouls. PV's playing really good defense, just suffocating that Springford offense.
Yeah, for some of it, you have to attribute this PV defense, you know, able to put the pressure on. And like you said, get them frustrated and make those mistakes. If you're Springford here, you really just got to lock in and try and do anything you can to score a goal and get back in this game because it is not looking good right now.
Yeah. Merchant played the ball down in the corner. Ref called a goal kick there. Not sure many of the fans agree with that.
Looked like that was Brian Zisk and Steve Warren colliding there down at the bottom.
Showed great hustle there from Zisk to run from all the way from the half field line all the way down the end of the end zone.
He's really been showing that off all game, just using his speed and just trying to get to any ball that he can to try and keep it in and make something happen.
Quick throw in there from Springford. Ball played into the corner there for PV throw-in.
Once again, the Ram faithful did not agree with that call there.
One of the many.
Why are we going back where the ball came from? Everybody in the side of the field. Merchant. Come on, Merchant. Look in the middle and switch it.
Springford throwing now.
Don able to make a nice play there before anything bad could happen. Was able to sprint to it and cut that pass off.
Trevor Jones, really good today. Just being able to try to connect passes and sweeping up everything from PV.
And he's played a really clean game overall.
Especially with a game where there was a lot of fouls. He hasn't really committed any.
And he's used the body well when he needs to, but he's also able to just cut off those passing lanes that for PV.
Tommy Bowden shots. Oh, shot from the 20-yard line. Almost flew into that upper left-hand corner.
Almost was able to hook that one in right in that top left corner. Just a little bit too high and wide.
Good effort there, though.
It was a nice shot. Got some space, just loaded up, and tried to get the curve on it.
PV throwing now.
What a keep.
Owen Slag managed to keep that one in.
Short-lived, though.
Springford throw now. PV just surrounding the Springford players as soon as they get the ball, unable to make any passes of it.
And once again, you see right there. I mean, Lynch tried to keep that one in, but then there were 3 Perk Valley players surrounding him. He has nowhere to go.
That went out for a goal kick. Good win there by Matt Dunn.
In the middle. Turn.
Foul called there on Matt Dunn.
Springford really needs to make a stop here.
Steve Warren tried for the shot. Far out.
They really need to start sustaining some offensive pressure. I mean, they've had maybe 2 chances this second half here, but they've spent a lot of their time in their defensive zone. Especially with the clock running down here. You got 15:40 left. You haven't really had too much pressure. You really want to start to put it on PV and tie them out and try and tie this game up.
There you go.
Middle of the field is wide open.
Now you look it up.
There's Warren to clear it.
Once again, he is just there and ready.
He's everywhere on the field tonight. Just offense, defense. Good flick on there from Lynch, but Goldberg isn't able to keep up with it.
Renner's just going to take his good old time here.
Good hustle there by Matt Dunn.
He was really able to pressure that Perk Valley player and force him to kick it out of bounds.
Looks like a PV throw-in down there. PV crosses the ball in. Not able to get enough on the header to get it by James Needles.
And Needles saw that one all the way, was able to keep his eye on it. Like you said, it wasn't really hit hard enough for it to catch him off guard, and he was able to swallow it up.
Springford just trying to move the ball around. Every time PV gets the ball, they don't seem like they're making any passes. They're just kicking it down the field away from their defense.
Yeah, that's really their game. They're not really trying to make any flashy passes. They're just going to, especially when they're up 1-0, they're just going to try and clear it, get it out of their zone, and reset.
Good work there by Akshay Patel to keep the ball alive.
Nice pass.
Good cross in, but it was just cleared out by the PV defense.
Oh, foul.
Once again, great hustle there by Brian Zisk. He's able to sprint to that ball, able to get the pass off, and was able to draw the foul at midfield. But Springford's really starting to put this offensive pressure on now, having some chances, getting some crosses. This is really what you like to see in these last 11 minutes and 50 seconds.
Andrew Merchant's free kick hits off the crossbar.
Wow. The shot off the crossbar, then that one just lands right out in front, and they weren't able to capitalize. It just goes right left of the goal there.
Nick Denena just wasn't able to get it right past the goalie and inside the goalpost.
It was a great shot by Merchant, though. From that far, able to get the curve on it, just hit off the crossbar.
It's going to be a foul on Springford there at about the 40-yard line. Looks like it was on Tommy Bodenchat. Steve Warren boots that up the field. Big kick. Springford throwing. Good work there by Shlok Shah to slow down the offense. PV fans not agreeing with that call right there.
Neither were the PV players.
They're now feeling the same frustration that the Springford players and fans were feeling.
And that's also because of this momentum that Springford's starting to gain here. You can see PV starting to get back on their heels and, get a little stressed out with some of these chances.
It looks like PV's becoming tired, probably because of that high pressured offense and defense they had in the first half.
Yeah, like you said, that especially how hard they played in that first half and how hard they've played throughout the second half. You can see it's starting to wear them down a little bit. Springford's really got to pounce here, especially on this corner. This is a crucial corner with 9:26 left.
Akshay Patel finds the open man. Good save there by Michael Renner to keep that out.
What a save there by Michael Renner. I mean, Springford opts to pass it high instead of get it low into the middle, and able to get some passes off and get the shot. It was a little bit of a weak shot, but Michael Renner was able to dive and make that save.
Oh,
That one was it's back and forth right now between PV and Springford.
not much defense being played.
You can see the defenses for Springford and Perk Valley might be starting to get a little tired. These offenses need to capitalize.
Not the greatest goal kick out from James Needles. Goes directly out for a PV throw-in.
Good header there by Patel.
Good give and go there by Nick Denena and Colton Pollock. Denena unable to put a good cross in.
Was deflected there. It's going to be another huge corner here. You can really see Springford really start to connect on some of those passes. This is the offense that we had expected to see coming into this game.
They're doing a lot of give and goes, putting a lot of crosses in. Ball's gonna find Brian Zisk, whose shot was blocked. And then Nick Danetta's shot saved by the PV goalkeeper.
And Renner was able to see that one all the way, able to catch it and get to the ground.
PV is just taking their time now, just wasting time.
Now they're really going to go slow here, especially with Springford starting to creep up and get some chances. Ram Faithful are not happy with how long it is taking Park Valley.
Why are we stopping the clock? Nobody told me to stop the clock. What's the stoppage for? Well, you gotta put your hands up to let me know. I did. No, you didn't. He didn't put his hands up, did he? I didn't see. I wasn't paying attention to him.
Just little clock management going on here. Got to add some time, which is good for Springford.
And that's not someone's. You know, it just pisses me off. You know the guys on goals.
Ball out for Springford throw-in.
Yeah, but that's not a stop the clock issue. Like, I'm not looking for that. I'm not looking for my hands up. Like, are we stopping the clock now?
Foul there on Connor Lynch. Trevor Jones looking to put a cross into the box.
Once again, Perk Valley is just able to head that one out of harm's way.
That's all they're really doing. They're not making any passes. They're just getting the ball and getting it out of their half.
Which can be very frustrating at times, especially if you're Springford. I mean, you're doing all that you can, and all Perk Valley is doing is just clearing it all the way down to the other side. It's very reminiscent of that 2018 PAC championship between Springford and Perk Valley, where Perk Valley just brought back all their defenders and really just made it tough for Springford to try and score.
It's definitely been an issue here for Springford. Haven't really got much offense going. Ben Goldberg splits two defenders, only to be met by Stephen Warren there.
Wait, when is that a rule?
It's another clock fix here.
When was that? That's the new rule this year.
Just a little clock management with a new rule change.
Ben Goldberg there able to take the ball away from PV. Just
I don't like that rule.
Springford hasn't been able to get the passes they needed to.
Part of the gamemanship of the game. If you could kill the clock by subbing, you did it. You know what I mean?
misclick there by the PV defense. Falls to Justin Russell, who tries to put a cross in, but met by the defender.
No, I get it. And then like in real soccer, you can't sub more than 3 times anyway.
In these last 4 minutes here, I mean, Springford's had some chances, but I mean, if they want any chance at scoring a goal and tying this up, they really got to start to put some more pressure on. They had a little bit there about 4 or 5 minutes ago. But they really just got to start putting that pressure on. There's an altercation going on
Wait, who got
down
yellow?
at the middle of the field.
Did you get a yellow or a red? Red.
Ben Goldberg there got a red card.
Card on number 9 for Perkiomen Valley. Oh, was it red? Yeah. Ben Goldberg. And a red card for Springford on Ben Goldberg. He'll be sent off for the remainder of the game.
I'm not entirely sure what happened there that caused Goldberg to get a red. Maybe he said something. Not sure.
Well, since the PV player got a yellow, makes me think there was an altercation or something that happened.
Yeah, probably some sort of altercation, and Goldberg might have taken it a little too far.
But that means Springford is now down a player.
That's really tough for Springford, especially when you're down one. You usually at this point in the game would start to bring up some players and try and get that extra man to open some passing lanes. But now that you're down a player, it's going to make it really tough.
Oh, no, wait. It's not a yellow, it's not a red card? Because the kid's coming off. Hey, Kay, was that a red card or a yellow card? Okay, it was a red card.
Seems to be some confusion going on.
That makes no sense, and I don't think this ref knows the rules. I think Ben Goldberg got a red card, but we're not entirely sure because these refs, they're still sorting it out. Right? If he gave him a
Just
red.
a little bit confusion here.
Right.
Two refs are talking it over.
You're just trying to figure out exactly how they're going to work this one out. Maybe running over what that other ref overheard in the altercation to the other one.
The one ref's now going to talk to the two coaches.
I mean, Goldberg wasn't sitting on the yellow.
Right, that was my first
Yeah,
instinct.
I think maybe he's sitting on the yellow.
I think now that kid came off, so I think.
I mean, PV and Springford, it's always such a great rivalry. I mean, you've seen it throughout this entire night. Just a very physical game. Both Springford and PV using the bodies, rushing, trying to get to the balls in the corner, just doing anything that they can to win. I mean, you see it's a 1-0 game right now. Just always really close, really great games between Springford and PV as we get back to play here.
So they're going to move the ball back for Trevor Jones to take the free kick. Once again, just one of the clearances of PV, just not taking any chances, just getting the ball out.
Yeah, they're just going to continue to play safe here.
Merchant taking it down the corner, showing his speed.
So the clock rule is just the home team. The home team.
Winning team.
Oh, the winning team.
Yeah.
It's going to be a foul right outside the box. Connor Lynch got tripped up.
There's a huge kick here with 3:03 left.
Why are we stopping the clock? It's not a clock. It's not a card. It's not a card.
Warren cleared it away.
I don't know. Maybe the clock should be stopped, and he should have told me. I had no idea.
You were good. You're good.
This guy's not responsible.
1-2. PV is called off sides there.
They just didn't like that it was developing too slowly.
They're sending all 10 back. Just clear everything away.
This is going to be really hard for Springford to try and get anything as Needles comes up to kick that one away.
Handball called there on a Springford player.
And this final minute and 45 here, Springford is just going to have a real tough time. I mean, they were already having a tough time breaking through the Perk Valley defense, but now that the Vikings are bringing back everyone, I mean, it's going to be virtually impossible.
Giving away there as they were trying to just hurry it up. Just get some shots off. Good pass down there to the corner. Cross in. Cleared by Steve Warren.
Oh my gosh, it was a handball.
Merchant plays it over the top. Just too much on it. Out for a goal kick.
Just 40 seconds here. Renner's going to really take his time to try and waste this clock down.
Said I'm done.
You got 16 seconds left. I mean, not looking good for Springford, but we'd like to take this time to thank our RCTV crew. We have Katie Hafer and Lauren Black on the cameras, Riley Slowacki on the graphics, Andrew Rothermel directing, doing a great job, and I'm here with my good friend Max, who's also done a great job with the play-by-play. Really gonna have to hurry here.
They're going to have to really pull some magic here if they want to at least get a tie to this.
That's going to do it here. I mean, that's just a really tough loss for Springford there. But, Max, what did you see in that second half and throughout the game overall.
They definitely showed. They definitely were more energetic. They had a sense of urgency. Just try to get one back, but that PV defense is just too much.
Yeah, it really was too much. I mean, you could see the Springford really wanted it throughout parts in that second half. I mean, they hit the crossbar, had 2 other opportunities. They just missed the net. They just weren't able to capitalize. I mean, it was just an overall sloppy game, missing passes. But you have to attribute that to some of that Perk Valley defense, like you said, anticipating the pass, putting the pressure on, forcing some mistakes. It's just really a tough game for Springford.
Yeah, it's their second loss of the season. There's always next game.
There is always next game. And that's going to do it here at Coach McNally Stadium. For Max Andes, the rest of our RCTV crew, thank you. Have a good night.